right, Nate. What do we got going on? We are almost to the final stages. You know, this is where I get all scatterbrained.
I got. Get scatterbrained for it.
All right. Well,
a couple things are out of our pocket.
A couple things out of pocket. We're waiting on.
Yeah.
I want you. What are you gonna jump on? You gonna jump on the PVC, finish up the columns?
Yeah, we're gonna try to wrap up the columns, get that going.
I'm gonna be working on those folded boards.
What? What are we doing with that?
That armrest, it's going to be pretty sick. Yeah. So I'm going to work on that.
You're going to fold them?
I'm going to fold them.
You're going to take a deck board and you're going to fold it.
I'm going to fold it. Yep. It's going to be sick. We got to finish up the inside of the fireplace. I think we can get to that. We need to finish up the collar ties.
Yep.
Finish up some little skidamlid trim.
If that's what you want to call it, sure.
Just, you know, finish up the rest of the railings. We got that railing bar.
We got the bar top on the railing. We got the cocktail rails that can go in on,
The only thing that we're really going to be waiting on is we got to wait for some better weather for sod.
Yes.
And now that we have
vegetation,
once we have the columns wrapped up,
they
can measure for the motorized screens. So that's going to take a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's a little out of our hands.
A little out of our hands, but it's not really going to hold us up on almost anything. So, what do you think? Going to be a good week?
Could be a great week.
All right.
I think the people should watch.
I think the people should watch too. We're going to have some good stuff for you. I just want to see what you were doing.
Oh, okay. All right, so I'm getting ready to install one of our columns. When I fabricate these, 3 sides of them are glued together and then 1 panel's loose. So now I'm getting ready to install that loose panel. So the first thing you want to do is you want to glue it. We like to use the Christie's Red Hot. Get some glue on there. And what's nice about this, since this is all loose, I'm able to manipulate the miter so I can set it real nice and then pin them together. And that's it. Hey, Sean.
Hey, what's up?
What time is it? Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, it's tip time for Tony.
That's right, tip time with Tony. So whenever you're putting on that loose piece and you're nailing it together, sometimes your miters won't get perfect. I'm gonna show you a little trick how to kill that. So you wanna take something smooth. I'm gonna use this T15 bit. You wanna wrap it in a towel. And come here, and you just wanna roll that corner. And what that does is it closes that gap and puts a smooth little radius on it so it's not so sharp to the touch. The more you know.
Here, setting up this archaic old router here. I'm gonna try a new technique for folding some deck boards. This is gonna be fun. Here is what I'm going to be making. Folded deck board. Look how nice that looks. Looks freaking awesome. We are going to have this little end table kind of armrest, whatever you want to call it, here on the side of our bench. And we're gonna have nice folded miters coming down. And you can see this way, it's not 2 separate boards, it's 1 board and it's folded together. So I did this as a little kind of test piece the other day, get the saw calibrated. And typically when we've done these, we do it with a miter saw and we set the stops on it, and it works really well, but there's a little bit of room for error there with how wide your cut is, everything like that. So we're trying a new thing this time with a 45-degree router bit. Just ran the first one. I think it's gonna work pretty well, so I'll show you how we're gonna do it. All right, so I'm gonna start with the test piece just to mess around with this. He gave me a finger. All right, I'm gonna start out messing around with this with a test piece just to make sure everything is going smoothly. So, what I'm gonna do, put this piece on here as kind of a guide. Is anybody else getting spam calls like so much more lately? Are you? Yeah, please take me off your list. All right, so I've screwed down this as a guide for the router so that I can just run this straight along here. See how that works. That worked pretty damn good. You can see how much material's left here. We've got probably about 1/8 of an inch. So that's what I really want to mess around with, is how much material we want to leave in there. Because what we're going to do now is just heat this up, and we'll show you how to fold it. I have a feeling we might need to go a little bit deeper on this cut, but this is why we start with a test piece to see how it goes. But as we heat this up, you'll see just the weight of this board. Gonna wanna let it drop. We wanna get it nice and pliable. Like I said, we might need to take a little bit more material out of this on the next try, but we'll see. Now we're just gonna hold it here. Really looks quite nice, I must say. I'm gonna set it just the tiniest bit deeper because you can see a little bit of discoloration here. That's from me having to force it a tiny bit, so I think we just need a tiny bit more material out. I'll set this a little bit lower, but looks pretty good. And what do you think?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm almost ready for tip time with Sean.
Sean's secrets.
Secrets with Sean. This is a process. You got to get your tool dialed in here. Make sure that, you know, it's nice and good to go.
Where'd these come from? I got them at the store. You're the man.
All right, I'm pretty confident that this one, with just a tiny adjustment, making this a little bit deeper, this will be good to go. So I'm setting this one up to be usable. So we have 3 pieces going on each little end table on our bench. So only the center one can be grooved, but we have a lot of grooved pieces. So I'm gonna get those dialed in first, just in case I make a mistake. We don't have as many solid edge, and we need 2 of those for each side of the bench. So I need 4 of those total. Don't wanna mess any up. So we got these bent, and you can see we got our first one finished up here basically. A couple more screws to put in. I gotta finish the sides, but check it out. We got the front of our bench notched out. We got these bent over and just going right down to the ground. Scribed it up against the stone. Sharp. We got a ton of stuff going on trying to tie up all these loose ends. Me and Jose are working on this fireplace, getting the Adorn stone going. And what do you got?
I'm gonna do all these UFP edge trim pieces we got. We got like a 1x4 UFP edge to match the wall here, this native woods collection. Now we're just gonna run like a base trim. We're gonna do a nice corner. And we're gonna run it up along the ceiling just to kill all those voids. It's gonna look sharp.
We also got Catherine working on finishing up these beams that Ant wrapped. Ant, nice job on those.
I'm a rapper.
That's it. Now, those seriously look amazing. We did primed pine on these, so we're just gonna do a little bit of prep, fill some nail holes, caulk, and then put 2 coats of paint on that, and they're gonna be looking freaking beautiful. I think that with the hemlock, it's sharp.
Time out.
Oh, okay.
See where it says edge guard upside down?
Right.
See the date?
Yeah.
See the screw to the left of it?
Yeah.
That's the bottom of my...
Oh, plywood?
No,
Or,
yeah.
I mean, framing.
That's my header.
Thank you, Ant. I know we've showed this a couple times before, but we still get questions about it. So the mortarless stone that we're using, the Adorn stone, you can see it has this flange that's embedded into the concrete. So we can just go up there. That's what makes it this mortarless system. We can screw through the flange and then the next piece covers over top of that. So there we go. Hey,
Sean.
you know why aliens haven't visited our solar system?
Because Yelp reviews, only 1 star.
He knew it. Hey Tom, did you hear old McDonald hired a new manager?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the guy said, okay, great. What's my title? He said,
guess.
no. He said, you're the CIEIO. That's all I got for today.
I'm in the sun with this heavy hoodie. Oh my goodness.
It's a nice hoodie though, right?
It's real nice. Check out our store.
Last piece. Looks pretty sick, right? So with the last one, we're obviously cutting that flange off. So we just load the back of this up with PL glue. We try to get it on the flange of the one beneath it. We also throw some up top, but that's just grabbing onto the tar paper. So we want to make sure, for the most part, it's really grabbing onto the metal and the back of this piece. Should be good to go. Looks nice. I like it.
How did my man do? Woo! That's a fireplace wall.
That shit's fire.
Couple Tony tokens for me?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
You earned them, bud.
Thanks, appreciate it. 4 Tony tokens. Woo!
That's a nice wall.
Never had a secret handshake with somebody as cool as you. Well, that's it for this one. We have just a few more things to finish up here, but you're gonna have to wait till we release the final walkthrough and the full time lapse. We have the countertop getting done. We've finished up our bar, our fireplace. Everything is coming together. Just those last couple finishing details, which we'll be getting to soon. So make sure you stay tuned, hit subscribe, and until next time, this is Premier Outdoor Living.